What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, in the wake of all of this stuff that's going on right now with the FBI raiding Trump's home and the Department of Justice possibly getting involved even deeper as far as looking into Trump's property for classified information. And look, do I like Donald Trump? No, I do not. And sometimes when I'm doing these videos, it's very frustrating because some people don't seem to understand that sometimes I can make a point and be objective. I can come to a conclusion and not have it be my emotional choice. It's something it's a conclusion I'm making based on the evidence out there. Another thing too I want to add, you can change your mind as the evidence comes in, okay? We're allowed to do that. We don't have to be locked into some permanent position on issues or situations and not be flexible enough to change your mind, all right? And having said all of that bullshit, I'm starting to really seriously doubt that the Democrats are going to win in 2024. And normally I don't make videos like this 2 years and plus change away from an election. But I'm going to tell you something right now that I notice, okay? And that is the absolute truth. In my lifetime, since I've been seriously following politics since 1992, all right? Seriously. I vaguely remember the 88 election. I was kind of interested in politics before that, but it's like really following it started when I was about 11, 12 years old. In all of those years, I've never seen a candidate that has such a broad, loyal following as Donald Trump. Now, I know some people will say, what about Obama? Well, outside of black people, not even with him. Now, with black Americans, yes, even to this day, many black people are still especially loyal to Barack Obama. But as far as the broad coalition that this guy attracts, and the Democrats aren't doing themselves any favors. They're not doing themselves any favors with a lot of the social issues going on right now and the positions that people within the party are taking. It's driving a lot of would-be or former Democrats away from the party. Okay? And I don't think the Democrats really realize at this point how badly they're being wounded when it comes to, say, certain states that have, I would say, a multiracial population. They don't realize how badly they're being hurt right now. And that's ironic because you would think with the fact that the GOP is so fucking racist that Trump will be hemorrhaging black voters and Hispanic voters, but he's actually gaining. So what is that telling you? What is that telling us? So that tells you that we are not one-issue voters. As I've always stated, we are not just all about race. We have our own fucking issues. We worry about the economy. We worry about education. We worry about teachers taking the mantle of being our parents to our children. Those same issues that they think only applies to them also applies to us. The Democrats have been taking us for granted too fucking long. And it's coming out in this time period, in my opinion, as frustration with the Democrats. And either people are going to sit it out, or some people may even, out of anger and frustration, vote for fucking Trump just as a fuck you to the Democrats. And I've been saying this shit for 10 years on here. 10 years. And I've been talking to myself for 9 of them. And now people are starting to say, you know what? Too Raw was ahead of the curve with this shit. Let me tell you something too. 2020, if I'm a Democrat within the party ranks, that election would make me very nervous. 2020, I'll tell you why it should make Democrats very nervous. This is a man, Donald Trump, that had been impeached already by the time of Election Day 2020. He'd already been impeached. One of only one of three presidents, that had been impeached before. Andrew Johnson in 1868, Bill Clinton in 1999, and Trump. And he's the only one to be impeached twice, because he was impeached again shortly after the election. He was scandal-plagued throughout his presidency. The economy completely disintegrated in 2020. We went from having a relatively robust economy, to having the economy completely collapse. They didn't use this word, but really, if you look at the numbers, we basically had a borderline depression in this country, or at least on the verge of one. I think during 2020 into 2021, in that year period, when the economy went to shit, $17 trillion was lost of wealth in this country. Now you tell me that's not a fucking depression. On top of that, a pandemic that his administration would never take responsibility for, playing full politics with it, knowing good and well that their lack of action and lack of initiative in that situation was going to cost people's lives. And when you look at it, he still almost fucking won. He almost fucking won. And this also comes at the heels, ladies and gentlemen, of the Democrats having unprecedented amount of days and weeks of early voting, which favored them in some states, 2-1, 3-1, even 4-1. And he still almost won. Now, yes, Biden won 7 million more votes than Donald Trump. Yes, he won 7 million more votes than Donald Trump. But this is the kicker. In California alone, Biden beat Trump by 5 million votes. 11 million to 6 million. He won in a landslide in that state. In New York, he won by 2 million votes. 2 million. I think it was 5 million to 3 million. So in those two states alone, that would explain Biden's 7 million vote plurality. Now, I know people, I don't like to usually do this, but if you take those two states away, the popular vote would have been even, just about even throughout the country. And I believe if you take those two states away, Trump wins the Electoral College. And this is the thing. Even with not doing that, right? If you were to switch just 54,000 votes in 3 states, Trump would have won. If you were to switch 6,000 votes in Arizona, 41,000 votes in Pennsylvania, and 7,000 votes or 6,000 votes in Georgia, Trump would have won. This electoral college thing is really shaky. It's really shaky, and it's showing some. It's going to get to a point. What's going to happen? What could possibly happen is we're going to start seeing more Democrats winning the popular vote but losing the elections, because they have a built-in advantage because urban centers are overwhelmingly Democratic. Okay, that's just how it is. But in a lot of these states, as the urban population is concentrating more and more in certain areas, other areas, Democrats are hemorrhaging votes. They're hemorrhaging voters. Remember, Barack Obama was able to win just 10 years ago. He was able to win easily states like Iowa and Ohio. His first run, he won Indiana. These are states, he came close to winning Missouri. He even came close to winning Montana. These are states now that the Democrats have no shot whatsoever in winning. Iowa is leaving. Ohio, which was a close state that was winnable for both candidates, Republican and Democrats, the last two election cycles, Trump has won them easily. That's trending away from Democrats. Now, it is true that Texas is becoming a little bit more competitive, right? But I don't think that's going to happen in the next election cycle. I still think the Republican candidate is more likely going to win. And if Trump is the nominee, and if he runs with Ron DeSantis, to me, that locks up Florida, that locks up Texas more likely. Right there, Florida and Texas is 70 electoral college votes. They probably are going to make gains in the South. Republicans pretty much win all of the southern states any fucking way. So if they win Texas and Florida and the rest of the South, what is that right there all together? Like 170 electoral votes at least? Almost 200? So something in that range. So that means that all they got to do is win all of the playing states, which they normally win: North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, the little small states where nobody fucking lives. They win all those states, Alaska. Then all of a sudden, they're right there at 250 electoral college votes. So what does that mean? All they got to do is win one of these swing states. Wisconsin, or one or two of them, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. I mean, think about it, man. Biden had roots in Pennsylvania. He grew up in Scranton, and he narrowly won that fucking state. And he was in a situation where we were in a pandemic. He should have won. Maybe it speaks on Biden, but I don't think so. I think it just goes to show you how weak the Democratic Party is. And for the second time in a row, Trump overperformed his polls. Once again, most of the candidates that he endorsed in these primaries, they weren't polling the same numbers that they actually got on election night. So there's definitely something in these polls that is biased against Trump voters. Maybe they're oversampling certain voters, undersampling certain voters that are part of Trump's coalition. My belief is a lot of people who say they're undecided are actually Trump supporters who just don't want to go out there and say they're going to vote for him. But this whole situation, because I believe it is a witch hunt after Donald Trump. It's definitely a witch hunt. All this is going to do, to me, it's not going to take votes away from Donald Trump, because the people who follow him, it's not politics anymore. It's not just they prefer Trump. They look at him as a fucking messiah, a lot of his people, man. They look at this man as a deposed, true leader of this country. Shout out to LB. I just saw a video where a man shot at the FBI building. There's no one that can tell me there was no link between that and what the FBI just did as far as raiding his home. He's not going to go to jail because, in my opinion, and I got to be careful how I say this, you see how the reaction is with his home being raided. Could you imagine the image of him going to prison? The Democrats that are elected, the Republicans who are against him, the rank and file Republicans who are against him in the party, they wouldn't do it because they would be afraid for their fucking lives. He's not Richard Nixon, Donald Trump. He's not Richard Nixon. See, Richard Nixon truly had lost his base by Watergate. He didn't have that almost messianic-like following from people, looking at him as a messiah. He didn't have that. Trump does. And they don't want to do that. I'm telling you, they're not going to put Donald Trump in prison. Politically, it's stupid in the long term for the Democrats. And for the Republicans, especially, who they would see as turncoats, all I'm going to say is, better get some security because there's some nuts out this motherfucker, man. It is some nuts out this motherfucker who... I'm telling you, basically what's going on, I'm just going to say it, a lot of his followers are basically white Anglo-Saxon versions of Muslim terrorists. Let's keep it real. They're willing to die for this stupid motherfucker who don't give a fuck about them. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it.